I feel like I can't talk about anything environmental with Planet Aid and not talk about Farmers Clubs. So thank you for bringing it up. And this is our flagship model for resilience building. And it's something we've been doing for over 40 years in Sub-Saharan Africa. And now we do it in Latin America and Asia as well, and have been doing it for a long time in those regions as well. But essentially, it's a club of some 20 to 50 farmers, smallholder farmers. Sometimes it's building on existing structures that, communities already sort of gathered, but it helps facilitate that and strengthen that connection. And the club basically shares a 1 hectare plot of land where they can practice farming and access trainings. So let me clarify that. They already know how to farm. They're farmers. They've been farming their whole lives. But the training plot allows for opportunities to learn sustainable agriculture techniques, conservation agriculture techniques, which help restore the nutrients in the soil so that it's long lasting and can support better crop growth and crops in general. It helps provide a place to talk about climate change, to access training related to that, understanding what the impacts are. And so farmers have the chance to practice those new techniques on a practice area instead of taking it to their farm, doing it across their farm, and then having it fail for some reason, or not be applicable to what their landscape is or something like that. So it reduces risk basically for a farmer to be able to practice it before taking it home. But we see huge impacts. We see doubling of production. We see diversification of crops from 1 to 2 crops to up to 4 to 6 crops, and that's really important to withstand impacts of climate change. Some crops are going to be more resilient than others, but also really important for food security and nutrition to have a diversified food source. We see that it leads to increased food security, but also increased incomes as the soil is more productive and able to grow more. So families are able to sell produce, and there's a direct connection between the increase in income for a local family and their children's access to education. So we see really big community impacts through organizing and providing training. And the training is not always environmental. Sometimes it's also entrepreneurship to help facilitate that income. So it's very effective.